It is day 2 of designing an Animal Crossing island in 30 days on hard mode. As you can imagine, a lot of stuff gets unlocked right now. First, the Grimvale Airport is open for business, so that's good because I think we're about to start villager hunting. And today, Blathers has moved to Grimvale, so we get to start working on the museum as well. And we'll have this up in a tent pretty soon here because we already have everything he's going to need to start actually building the building itself. By tent, of course, I mean construction tent. He's already in a tent. So yeah, we can go ahead and just grab all of this and start donating it, but I need to manage my inventory a little bit first. I also had some mail. So we got something from Mom, and the Happy Home Academy is announcing their presence in my home while I sleep. So great, that just is so comforting. Looks like our gift from Mom was 3 oranges, which is awesome. So that's another fruit for us that can actually make us some money. And then we have the wooden low table recipe from Happy Home. Speaking of our house, let's go check out the inside. Okay, here it is. So it's going to tell us that we can turn the lights on and off, and we have some storage. Amazingly, it didn't burn down, and the construction workers were nice to, nice enough not to put out our campfire. So we'll put that over here. We'll put this stuff over here. I'm going to take the log stakes out. I'm going to put this over here, and I'll put the radio beside it. Now, as you know, one of my goals is to get this to be an S tier ranking. I specifically did not make it a goal to get the house fully built, although I am going to try. It's kind of like my own personal side mission is to try to get the house as big as possible while still going for that S tier kind of rating with them. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be really, really tough. I expect today we get a shovel, so I'll keep the oranges on me so we can plant some orange trees. I might as well grab some cherries too, because you get points for doing all the different fruit trees, even the ones that are already planted on your island. And yeah, let's load up our inventory with all of these different fish that we never got to donate with Tom Nook yesterday and kick off our museum, I think, in a pretty big way. Here's where we get our pole vault recipe, so now we don't have to build our entire town on one quadrant of the island, which is good. And he did say 15 things, so excuse me while I painstakingly donate each thing one thing at a time. And done. All right, that means tomorrow we have a big construction tent where the museum's going to be. The next day we'll have the museum. All of that before even talking to Tom Nook today. We're going to need 98,000 bells to upgrade the house. And I don't know if that's going to be my goal to get today or not. It's kind of difficult not being able to sell things to Timmy and Tommy right now. So no, yeah, it's literally not possible. But let's go ahead and grab our daily points, and let's also see what rewards are currently available. We may not have access to Timmy and Tommy, but we do have access to everything in here. I'm going to go ahead and just get the tool ring now because this is an upgrade that I always miss having at the beginning of the game. And not only did we get the recipe for the pole vault, which I'm going to need to prepare for now because I don't have enough supplies to even make it, we also have our first Nook Miles ticket waiting for us at the airport, which means we get to go see who our first new villager is. But okay, tons to do. First, let's make ourselves a flimsy axe. Oh, we also have the shovel recipe already, and the pole vault is craftable. I thought it took more supplies, but no, just 5 softwood. I got my tool wheel set up how I like, and now it's time to gather up some money, some points, things of that nature. All the new stuff we're about to do should dump a whole bunch of Nook Miles on us. And I haven't forgotten that I also need to do the 5 Nook Miles tasks today as well. Maybe by the end of the day, we end up with an inventory upgrade. That could be a nice little goal. Hitting a rock already was a Nook Miles Plus task too, so that's great. In case you couldn't tell, speed running the early game is kind of my primary motivation right now. There's just so much we have to do. And 30 days, these 30-day challenges go by a lot faster than you would expect, especially when you're trying to get 5 stars with the limitations that I've put on myself. I haven't found the money rock yet, but I did find the money spot. So we'll be planting a tree with 10K once I get the money rock. This is the first time over the river. There's a chance the money rock is up on the cliffs too, and we don't have a ladder yet. So maybe we don't get to plant a really nice high-value money tree, but I'll do what I can. Here's a rock, though. Looks like we got wind flowers as our island flower as well. That's of little consequence to me. You can kind of get flowers, whatever flowers you want. So not a big deal. My favorite things to see, though, that are like native to the island, I think are roses and tulips. Those have to probably be my preferred flowers. So didn't get those this time, but that's all right. I did manage to find the money rock finally. Fantastic. That means we can grab 10,000 bells and, break our shovel, which at least got us some points. Before I craft this, let's go ahead and see what kinds of Nook Miles tasks we have, because if some of these are crafting tools, that would be nice. Oh, grow fruit trees is the next one. Good. I'm glad I didn't plant any yet because I really don't want to catch fish. Selling clumps of weeds I can't do. We can chop wood though. I don't think I can chop down a tree yet because we don't have the sharp axe. Anyway, we got our initial points for hitting a rock for the first time and for digging up some money. And now we can go ahead and plant our very first money tree for 30K, well, I guess 20K in profit, but still, yeah, not bad. For the time being, I think I will plant these kind of in front of my house. So there's our money tree, and now I just need to find a place for, I don't have a slingshot yet. Now I need to find a place for, you know, more fruit trees. Let's just start with a cherry tree like right here. Planting this is just for some Nook miles. And this nice big open space feels like a good spot to place our first orange trees, which will probably be moved at some point. But there we go. 3 oranges planted, and we get our Nook miles plus reward for planting a fruit tree, which means we have to spend bells to buy items. Oh my gosh. So this is another one I can't do. That means all I could do if I want to do more of these is catch 5 fish and chop wood, and then hope the tasks that replace these are doable. But we've done 2 out of 5 tasks today. I won't complain. We'll get these done. Anyway, I wanted to collect my rewards for planting the other trees, so we got cherry and orange. And we are starting to look pretty good for 5,000 miles today. But back to exploring the island, because I know there's a fossil buried right here, and I want that. We may get some points for just digging this up. Let's see. Yep, first time digging up a fossil gets you 300 points. No recipe on this part of the beach just yet. There is a rock up there I can't reach, so I'm glad I did find the money rock on the first tier of land. That's good. I know there's also a fossil over the river on this side. I gotta be honest, the more I walk around this island, the more I'm appreciating, like, the placement of the rivers and things like that. I think this might be a run where I don't do a lot of terraforming. I usually terraform quite a bit. I've actually been more keen on, like, flattening islands in recent playthroughs. Now, this island in particular has a lot more hills. Like, you can see the mountain kind of comes down and wraps around the island. In fact, we could look at the map here. And, oh, the first time opening the map. Yeah, you can see it went wild with the terrain. And so, I don't know, something about this does look really cool. Even the Butte River. I might do minimal terraforming on this island. I didn't want to make it even more challenging by saying, also no terraforming. But, you know, as time goes on, who knows? Maybe I do next to none. I've not really played the game like that before. I usually kind of go wild with it. We do have another fossil on this side. And here's that big peninsula I was talking about yesterday. Look at this thing. I will probably put my campsite here. I just love decorating spots like this. And I think the campsite is always like a cool thing to put on something like this. So that's probably where it ends up. But then again, we do have a bit of a mountain range covering it. And I just said I'm probably not going to terraform a lot. So I suppose making a path to this with how little room we have would be kind of annoying if I wanted to leave this big mountain intact. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't found the beach DIY just yet. Oh, here it is. Right next to the river and ocean. So, the river mouth, I meant to say. Open it up, and we see that we have a wooden table mirror. This is a good one. And I need to do a quick Gulliver check. If we get any NPCs that are on the island that you need to help, we have to help them. So, I need to look for Gulliver. It looks like he's not here today. Oh, never mind. I was like, which is weird because usually you see him on the second day. Yep, he's here. He's here. All right, let's do it. Oh, it only took 2 times to wake him up this time. That's good. One thing I've learned about Animal Crossing is that it's actually not super clear when you meet Gulliver for the first time that you have to keep talking to him. I introduced this game to a family member who doesn't play a lot of games, and they had Gulliver on their beach, tried talking to him, and he just mumbled. And they're like, oh, okay, and then walked away. They didn't know they had to keep talking to him. And the more I thought about that, I'm like, I guess that makes sense. If you don't play a lot of games, even if you do play a lot of games, it's just not clear that Gulliver is someone in need of actual help because of that thing you have to do to wake him up. So I think at some point, like, Isabel will tell you, like, oh, if you see someone passed on the beach, like, try talking to them or something like that. But without that warning so early on, all anyone knows is that there's a giant bird washed up on their beach mumbling at them. And it's like, okay, this game's weird. Which, to be fair, it is a very odd game. Like, this is not how cell phones work. I don't know what would cause someone to get washed up on the beach and have their phone mostly intact, but random little chips scattered around the beaches of the entire island. And then, covered in sand, they can just be shoved back into the phone. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's more confusing to actually help Gulliver than it is to just leave a random bird on your beach, not understanding, why it's there. Anyway, this should be all 5 parts. I don't know why this dude is sailing on a beach. Or sailing around and getting washed up on beaches. He should probably just open up like a T-Mobile nearby because he seems to understand cell phones pretty well. Anyway, we'll get a reward from him, and I did clock a finned fish up here, which I will most likely fail to catch with my flimsy little twig rod, but well, let's try. Oh, no, we got it. Okay. Oh, wow. First finned fish is a sunfish. That is awesome. Go ahead and drop this back here, and I guess I'll just dump my fossils in front of the museum for now. Almost forgot to talk to our villagers today. They don't seem to have anything for me, so that was a waste of time. In terms of points, though, we got some points for Gulliver here. 300. And overall, I'd say we're doing pretty good. The only daily task I need to worry about is getting these 5 Nook Miles things done. We've gotten a few. Maybe I'll just get another fishing rod because it looks like I am going to have to catch the 5 fish. But I can also get some points for chopping trees at least. There we go. So this task out of the way, that's 3 down. And our new one here is to sell fruit. Oh my gosh. All of these are based around selling things. I bet we get the fish one done and still get another, selling or buying task, which I can't do unless it's Sunday. Well, anyway, it's time to keep progressing the story. What I'm going to do is put all of this stuff away in my inventory, and then we are going to head to the airport. Wish me luck because whoever's waiting for us, on this trip, we're taking them. That's just what's happening. Unfortunately, I just have too many things that I want to spend my Nook Miles on, and more tickets is just not one of them. So, you know what? I will take the free villager. As much as I want to be picky so we can try to get that top 10 villager, the problem with this challenge is if someone wants to leave, I have to let them. So I almost can't afford to get too attached to anybody in particular. Oh my gosh, we got a huge storm on this island. All right. I'm not seeing fruit here. I was kind of hoping to find our sister fruit, but that's all right. That's all right. Let's see who we get. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? There's no way that we just found Molly on our first trip. Listen, I don't even have to search. Molly is number 5 on the list, which means we already have our top 10 villager. Now, we just need to make sure she doesn't leave before the end of the 30 days. So listen, you're not off the hook. You still need to vote for Samson, okay? And the clock is ticking, by the way. I'm recording this a few days in advance just so I can keep up with the 30-day schedule. And so right now it's 10 days for me, which means it's even less time for you. So Samson's gonna need a lot of votes so we can secure the top 10 as best as possible. But listen, Molly is a huge get. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. You will love it there, Molly. In fact, you should love it so much that you never leave. Should we just bolt the door shut when she gets there? Let's make sure there's nothing cool here like a DIY or, a fossil or something. No DIYs. Let's shake the trees for some furniture. It's worth noting that similar to my last 30-day challenge where I only use DIY items across the entire island, it's hard to get furniture. But with this hard mode challenge, I do get to use furniture, but I just have to basically find it or wait till Sundays to purchase it from Timmy and Tommy. So doing stuff like this and getting mugs is very, very important. There's so much to do today. I'm just going to head straight back. I know I could harvest a bunch of materials from the island, but we got time for that later on. I'm so happy about our success on that trip that I'm going to do something that I didn't think I would bother doing, and I'm going to opt into doing group stretching. In the old hard mode, this was actually something that was required of you every day. I took that rule out for this challenge because I hate stretching. But you do get some cool rewards for it, so if I remember to do it, I'll do it. And by doing stretching, I mean I'll watch everybody else do it. I've been running around a lot today. I'm getting sweaty. I don't need to add even more exercise to my routine. But I can supervise everybody else. I can give them the opportunity to stretch while I watch. Because was anyone else going to pull the radio out and turn it on for them? Probably not. Look how many people showed up. They're just so happy someone knows how to work the radio. I'm doing them a favor. Why should I have to stretch? All right, we got some miles for doing Nook Miles tasks. I did not get miles for not stretching. Maybe I have to do it a few more times. I know you get credit for not doing the work with that particular task. Okay, we got to talk to Tom Nook and get Molly's house set up. What should I do? Oh, the shop. Okay, we actually have to worry about the shop. I don't think he's going to give us the plots yet. Maybe that's a tomorrow thing. Molly tries to move here, realizes there's absolutely no lots available, and is really, really mad and is screaming at him on the phone to find some space for her. So that's where the pressure comes in to actually build the plots. But okay, getting these supplies shouldn't be a big deal. We've already been collecting a bunch of stuff. It's a little unfortunate that I already went to an island and then turned down the opportunity to gather more of those supplies, but we'll just see what we have. Hopefully we already have enough. It would be really nice to get the shop place down today. This is why I'm a terrible speedrunner. Okay, we have 17 iron nuggets right now. Getting the different types of wood is not going to be a big deal, but these are going to hold us back. I don't want to spend my points on another island trip. So if I can't do the shop today, it's not a huge deal. I'm not really using it until later in the week anyway. But here, let's grab all of this stuff at least and start hitting some trees and stuff. I'll jump the river and we'll focus on these over here. We'll prep the landscape by shaking all of these first to make sure we don't get stung. There we go. Found one batch of bees and our last tree is safe. Okay, good. Now we'll just run through and chop these until our axe breaks. I'm worried because I think I already hit every rock today that I can possibly reach. Iron's going to be a little bit tough, but if I go ahead and get all of the wood we need and covertly donate it to Timmy and Tommy, I think one of the presents that a villager will give me today will be some of the materials. And if they can see that I already, have the wood covered, they probably just go ahead and give me the iron. I don't know. I'm trying to trick the game, but if I'm correct, I think what happens is the villagers will stop you. You're walking around and they're like, hey, and then they give you something. So I'm going to try not to run into them just in case I'm right about that, because I don't want them to be like, oh, here's like a bunch of wood when they could give me iron. Not really a ton of trees over here, but you know what? This feels like actually a really good spot for nooks. Once we actually can place down the shop, it's probably going to be over here. Maybe Abel's as well. This place is kind of a pretty cool vibe. I like it. He's detected all the different types of woods, so we'll give him these. We're going to get a couple items in return. That's nice. A kettle. Look at that. And now it's safe to talk to the villagers to see if they'll give us the remaining iron, or at least just a little bit more. What's the latest? Word is you're getting stuff together to build us a shop. Okay, great. It's iron, right? Yes. I don't think Faith will also give us iron, but let's check. I heard getting things together for a shop. That's right. Oh, the pretty good tools recipes? Okay, this would have been nice to have a little while ago. Oh, okay. Faith is literally just telling me where I can get them. I thought I was going to get the recipes from her. Okay. Oh, real quick. We also got some miles for chopping all those trees, and we're so close to 5,000 points. All of our goals are being met so quickly. Okay. If I look, we now have 18 iron nuggets. What do you mean 18? He gave me one. I'm pretty sure I only had 17 before. And this little rat gave me one iron nugget. I thought they gave you up to like 5. What on earth? Okay, we're not getting Nook's place down today, it seems. I'm also worried because my inventory was full. Maybe she would have given me the better tools recipe had I not filled my inventory and then talked to her. But that one's on me, and I know where to get them. She made that very clear. So I'm not super worried about that. I'm disappointed about the iron. That's okay, though. The one last thing we have to do today is to get our Nook Mile stuff done and then buy our inventory upgrade. Oh, and collect our points simply for putting junk in our house. Fantastic. There's our 5,000. But I still need to work on getting 5 fish, so let's do that. Ooh, got ourselves the knife jaw already. This is good. These are worth a lot. Caught a turkey fish, no problem today. That's frustrating. I think I just need one more fish. Let's go ahead and put the knife jaw in the museum pile before I accidentally leave it in the sell pile. And another new fish for number 5. It's the carp. Okay, just a couple more tasks here. Or not. Plant flower seeds. We can't do this. Okay, so we can't do those two. We can't do this. We can't do this. And we can't do this. Well, okay. Technically, if I buy the better tools recipe, I think I get the better axe, and then I can chop down a tree. And now that I've said that out loud, it feels like that's my responsibility, which would be pretty tragic. My priority is my inventory upgrade today. That was my goal. And the pretty good tools recipe is 3,000 points. Well, I guess that's hard mode for you. I have to do it. I'm not technically locked right now from doing the Nook Miles tasks. I'm so upset. If it wasn't for getting Molly so early on, I might be even more gutted right now. But because we had good luck on our villager hunt, this isn't too bad. And look, there is more good news with this development. I can finally cut down some trees that have been bothering me since day 1, which was yesterday, to be fair. There we go. Times 2 points for cutting down a tree. And I think I need to do this. I kind of lost count. I think this would be the last one I need to do, though. So I'll go spend 500 miles, I guess, after I get rid of this airport tree that I absolutely hate. There we go. I think the wetsuit at this stage would be a pretty good acquisition, so I'll go ahead and make that my purchase. And there it is. That is our Nook Miles dailies satisfied. Look at that. I would have had to catch a knife jaw. Oh my gosh. I really, really do hope I did 5 and not 4. I guess you'll let me know in the comments. You probably kept better count than I did. In any case, subscribe for tomorrow's episode. Otherwise, if it's ready, it's over Tom Nook's stupid face right now. So go ahead and click it. I will see you tomorrow.